I'm just trying. Shit, man. I'm just trying. I'm just trying. Shit. Feel me? Man, I'm just trying. I ain't trying to beef with nobody. I don't want nobody beefing with me. Leave me alone. I'm just trying to chill. I ain't trying to beef with nobody. Niggas call my phone talking all cocky. I'm just trying to chill. I ain't for the baby mama arguments, child support checks, getting garnishment. I'm just trying to chill. Y'all just be doing too much, saying who's sleeping with who and such and such. I'm just trying to chill. I ain't trying to hear who got killed. Man, he fake and he trying to keep it real. I'm just trying to chill. I don't want beef. It's really kinda hard to stay alive in the streets. Somebody got shot around the corner last week. All over nonsense, that's why I walk cautious. I don't want the BS around me. I just keep the same dudes around me, cause that's just how I feel. Please don't try to talk to me crazy and really thinking that it's all gravy, cause that could get you killed. Anyway, I'm trying to
there's more for you, more for us. She got the chain, she got the wall. Pick me up, 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 got the wall. Pick me up, pick me up, pick me up. What you gon' do
prosper.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back in the saddle. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Thank y'all for hitting that like button over here on YouTube, on Rumble, and on TikTok. That's what I'm saying. I'm on a road to 10,000, y'all. I need 10,000 over here on TikTok. I need 10,000 over here on YouTube. I need 10,000 also over here. You know what I mean? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. So, y'all know, I say I got something to say. So for the people that don't know, shout out to y'all over there on Metaland. I'm streaming on like platform after platform, so I gotta keep it a little PG. You know what I mean? I gotta keep it PG. So if you want to donate to me on YouTube, at the bottom is a box with a $sign in it. It's called the Super Chat. Go ahead and hit that Super Chat. If you want to hit the Cash App, that go for you TikTok, you Meta, you Rumble, you YouTube as well. If y'all want to hit the Cash App, it's $OfficialDanaJay. $OFFICIAL Dana DANAJJAY. All right. Now, let's jump right into it. I thank y'all for being here, because y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all was here with me. So, I want to talk about some things that kind of interest me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Roll! Okay, cool. I want to talk about some things that interest me. You know what I mean? And I've been thinking about some things all day. All day. At work thinking, home thinking. And it got to me that this thing with Bruce Kelly, I let go too far. And I went darker and deeper than I should have went. So what I'm going to say is this. From this point on, and no matter what is said, that's what y'all feel. I'm still not going to stop rocking for R. Kelly. I'm still going to be 10 toes deep, and I'm still going to stop the scammers from scamming. That's Sylvia and her crew. So if Bruce, like I say, if Bruce fall into that category, I got to stop the scamming. But I'm tired of people hitting my direct inbox asking me, do I got a problem with Bruce? No, I don't. Let me answer that. I don't have a problem with Bruce Kelly at all. But what I do and what I will do is caution Bruce to stop letting those people over there puppeteer you. Stop letting them drag you into a world that you don't need to be dragged into. Stop letting those folks lie to you without you knowing the truth. Let's go here. You're dealing with a bunch of people that record you at a drop of a dime, including the number one ringleader, infamous Sylvia. Okay, if you think I'm lying, then I'm going to play a little clips for you to show you that she recorded, okay? One of them is this right here.
Hello?
I know I'm being a pain in the butt, but I want you to listen to this. Okay?
All right.
Yeah, but... Betrayed Barry, betrayed Leah's family. But you know what? Here's the deal. But look, I was reading your book now, okay? We're going to go by what you said in the book, okay? In the book, you said that McDavid, I don't know what his name is, McDavid, what's his name, Daryl McDavid, right? You said that he said something about a lawyer. What lawyer would tell you to have somebody marry somebody that was...
Hello?
I know I'm being a pain in the butt, but I want you to listen to this. Okay?
All right.
We were bonding. But what Robert did, he betrayed everybody.
Yeah, but...
He betrayed Barry, he betrayed Leah's family.
But you know what? Here's the deal. But look, I was reading your book now, okay? We're going to go by what you said in the book, okay? In the book, you said that McDavid, I don't know what his name is, McDavid, what's his name, Daryl McDavid, right? You said that he said something about a lawyer. What lawyer would tell you to have somebody marry somebody that was that young?
He had lawyers. Daryl had lawyers.
Unless it was a crook.
He told Robert that he had a lawyer that was going to, that if Robert didn't marry her, they was going to lock him up.
Yeah, but...
If he was married, they couldn't lock him up. That's what they told him. I didn't know nothing about it.
But that doesn't make sense, because what lawyer would... Okay, Aaliyah wasn't even old enough, right?
Right.
In your book, you said that somebody that work at the state thing, they got a fake ID. You paid them $500.
Mm-hmm.
So that person get in trouble. That person gonna get in trouble. Wait, because I'm going by your book now. You're like my little
person is.
Huh?
Don't nobody know who that person is. Ain't nobody gonna know who that person is.
Oh, okay. But you went and got the person.
Right. I know who the person is.
So, but you're doing... Okay, why are you doing all that crooked stuff?
Well, it was a moment of, it was like a moment your kid got in trouble.
Yeah, but he ain't your kid.
See, my loyalty is that close. That's all right.
But
I didn't do it to get him to, I didn't think they would go through.
That's one instance. The other instance is this right here.
Mean by married women.
Married women.
So you have a history of talking to married women?
I mean, you don't know who's married until they tell you, right? So that means you could talk to a woman today, and then next thing you know, they're married, so then you have to walk away. I mean, you have to have a different relationship, and then it doesn't really develop into, unless you know the husband, and then you can be friends maybe. If if you got a girl and they got a girl. Other than that, it leads into trouble.
Got you. I understand. But, okay, I got to explain to you my situation. It's a little bit different.
No, it's the same. You're married.
I know it's a little bit different.
What's different?
There's a difference.
J-Rock.
I can't get into, like, exactly what it is. You know how you help people out. You help somebody out.
Oh, you're helping your husband out.
You get it? I can't go into, like, total detail. He's from...
What a lucky person.
He's from Uganda.
Oh. Wow.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. We're good friends. I mean, it's not a bad thing. Trust me, it's not a bad thing.
I mean, I understand you're from Uganda.
I'm not from Uganda. I'm from here.
I know my last girlfriend. I've been with her for since I've been in LA.
Oh, so what happened to her?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to her?
She didn't want to get married. Oh well, she couldn't get married, and then she didn't want to get married because she married somebody from Africa.
Oh, so you understand what I'm saying then. Question for you. Have you ever been married?
Not only do she record you and disseminate it amongst folks, but how would I get your conversations or her conversations? So I'm just telling you, be careful, man, cause she clearly recorded Demetrius Smith every step of the way, and then she called me, and the person that she tell you that she hated so much, she never liked me, she did this, man. This lady is a complete liar. But that's for you to find out. I just need all of the stupid people. Stop inboxing me, asking me stupid questions. Because the reaction that you think you're going to get, you're not going to get. What you're going to get is this right here.
Hello. Good morning. I'm sorry. I'll call you back later.
No, I'm up.
Did you see what Dottie posted on Demetrius? And Melinda did too. That he's gonna testify now.
Yeah.
I see his tone change now. He sent me another message last night.
Saying what?
He said, hold on. Hold on. He says, he says, don't write me again, rat bitch motherfucker, like you need their rat bitch motherfucker, like you need their head cut off. Don't ever contact me again. I don't want to ever see you. I don't want to see him.
When did you ever see him?
I know, I've never seen him before.
Well, she's flirting with the man. She sent her nipple pic to the man. She sent herself sitting in some dirty water. And she sent herself with dildos all the way around. I can't tell you what to do, Bruce. You older than me. But there you have it. That's what you deal with. That whole crew like that. Just remember I told you first. Anywho, I'm done with that. Done with it. At no time would you have, or anybody have, that type of power over me that they will sit back and be like, well, I'll make sure you and Rob don't talk no more. Yo, I'm grown. I'm a man now. If it ever came to that point, okay, cool. I don't cry over spilled milk. I keep it going. But at any instance that you see me and Robert together, don't speak to me like we cool. I'm talking to the go along, get along gang, the crackhead crew. Don't speak to me like we cool. Because I don't care if I'm with Robert or not. I'm going to tell you, I don't deal with you. Please don't say nothing to me. I do not play games. And the way I am, I don't change. Just because you see me with somebody of celebrity status, I suppose, oh, yo, what's up? I don't know how to be fake and phony. I don't. If I mess with you, I mess with you. If I don't, I don't. So while y'all trying to keep it cute, just understand where I'm coming from. That I don't play no games. Okay? And I put it like that. And once again, me and Bruce don't got an issue. I just had to defend me when somebody attacked me. Did I go too far? Yeah, I did. But guess what? Everybody know the way I operate. When you go low with me, I go beyond hell. So, it is what it is. I will never link up with Sylvia and them. I will never do a partnership, a friendship, or any type of ship. I will never do it. And what people have to understand is that when people don't know your life, they make up shit. And when they make up things, they start lying. And when they start lying, they extra lie. It is what it is. I don't play games. If I deal with you, I deal with you. If I don't, I don't. I don't even like negative energy around me. I get away from you quick because I know how quick it can get for me. And on top of that, I'm going to go here. Must you forget that Sylvia was the one that brought Carrie Kelly baby mama to y'all interview? And
Don't go there. I have you locked up. I don't do this. All right, watch this. Don't worry about it. Well, I'm scared of somebody. No, you just need to get away from me. You need to get away from me. You need to get the fuck away from me. You mad because I'm telling the truth? You need to get the fuck away from me. You mad because I'm telling the truth? Let the whole world see. You mad because I'm telling the truth? One minute I ain't say nothing about you, but one killer, the one who threw him under the bus, now you want to come like you on his side? What are you worried about what's going on in our family? Last I checked, I got 2 Kellys that came out of here. Huh? 2 of them at one time. Now, right, so I said I want to say. Thank you. You need to take your crazy ass to a nut house. You need to take your ass to a baby house. Been here 16 years, you crying here.
so while y'all sitting up there wondering where it came from the same person that you breaking bread with. Understand that. You can't house the enemy just because the enemy makes sure you get cash apps. Anyway, let's move on. I'm going to say this. God is moving for R. Kelly. Anybody that knows. I'm thinking about, should I break the story today? Or should I wait for people to figure out what I'm talking about and then see what they got? Or should I just sit on it? Or should I just sit on it? But I will say that God is moving for R. Kelly. The last time we checked, they gave him a total of 31 years. Well, the God I serve said he looks out for his own kids. And Robert is definitely one of his own kids. So I'm saying that to say 31 years didn't look right in God's eye for Robert Sylvester Kelly. Didn't. That's all I'm going to say on that. I'm going to hold that for tomorrow. I ain't going to break too much. I'm going to hold it for tomorrow. But anyway, let's jump down to it. Brittish Williams. I mean, she had it all. Married to a basketball player and basketball wives and LA wives and all of this and this and this, to now she's going to jail. Why she's going to jail? Thank you for the universe over on TikTok. I think that's what it's called. Hit them like buttons, but that's all you gotta do is tap the screen. That's all I need you to do is tap the screen. That's all I need you to do is tap the screen, y'all. If you tap the screen, everything will be great. Just tap the screen. That's all I need you to do is tap the screen. But we gonna go here. Brittish Williams. Had it all. Now lost it all. But what gets me is this right here. I guess it's a cousin or a sister. They always say when you surround yourself with trash and junk, that's what you get, trash and junk. So Brittish Williams walking out the courthouse today after her sentencing, and some dummy in her entourage wants to fight a reporter. So I guess she wanted to catch charges too. Brittish was sentenced to 4 years in federal prison for being involved in several schemes, including tax fraud, bank fraud, insurance fraud, and pandemic scams, resulting in $564,000 in losses. Shawnee, I guess you wasn't paying her well. But look at this. Can y'all tell me if this weird or not, y'all?
Please, please, go. Move the camera already. Well, you be in the case. Come on, hurry. That's not even fucking funny, y'all. Please, please, go. Move the camera already. Well, you be in the case. Come on, hurry. That's not even fucking funny, y'all. Please.
I'm just trying to figure out how stupid can you be to do something like that. You jumping at a reporter, you must want some more you must want charges. You jumping at a reporter that's doing his job. I don't get it. I don't get it. Right. She ain't even hit the cameraman. She jumped, balled her fists up, all that. It didn't make sense. But let's check this out. United States of America is a plaintiff. And I keep asking anybody, where have you seen the United States of America at before? If the United States of America is bankrupt, how can they bring charges against you? But United States of America versus Brittish Sierra Williams, defendant. Indictment. The grand jury charges counts 1 through 5, misuse of a social security number on or about the dates listed below within the Eastern District of Missouri, the defendant, Brittish Sierra Williams, with the intent to deceive and for the purpose of obtaining anything of value from another person and for any other purpose, did falsely represent a number to be the Social Security number account number assigned by the Commissioner of Social Security to Brittish Sierra Williams, when in fact such number is not the Social Security number assigned by the Commissioner of Social Security to Brittish Sierra Williams. To wit, the defendant represented the below listed Social Security numbers to be Brittish Sierra Williams for the purpose of obtaining loans, lines of credit, or other monies from the below named financial institution and creditors. Let's go. So she used 4. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She used 5, right? And November the 8th, 2017 for Heights Financial. September the 20th, 2017 for Discover. September the 13th, 2017 for TD Retail Card Services. March the 14th, 2017 for USAA Savings Bank. September the 6th, 2017 for Navy Federal Credit Union. All in violation of Title 42, United States Code Section 408A7B. Counts 6 through 9, bank fraud. Introduction. At all times relevant to the indictment, the financial institutions listed in the tables below in paragraphs 3, 4, and 6 were all financial institutions within the meaning of 18 U.S.C. 20 and were insured through the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. The scheme to defraud, the beginning on or about March 13, 2018 in the Eastern District of Missouri, the defendant, Brittish Williams, aided and abetted by individuals known and unknown to the grand jury, devised the scheme and artifice to obtain monies, funds, and assets owned by and under the custody and control of federally insured financial institutions by means of false and fraudulent pretenses and representations. Manner and means. The scheme to an artifice to defraud was in substance as follows. Beginning in 2018, defendant opened bank accounts with different businesses' names, personal names, and social security numbers as listed below. On 3/13/2018, Buzzy Bank, Brittish Williams, and Label Whore, business name used Label Whore. Whoa. 9/21/2018, Buzzy Bank, Sierra Williams with a different number. B.W. Gordon LLC. 5/29/2019, First Bank, Brittish Sierra Williams 3305, another one, BCW LLC. It was further part of the scheme and artifice to the fraud that the proceeds deposited by defendant on or about the dates below into these bank accounts included checks from legitimate bank accounts paid to the order of defendant or one of defendant businesses without the knowledge or consent of the account owners as listed below. Buzzy Bank GG, $4,500. Buzzy Bank EC, $4,800. Buzzy Bank SB, $4,850.33. First Bank EC, victim account owner EC, $4,728. So the initials are the account owners. The amount was right here. And she was doing it, and these victims ain't even know. Now, mind you, she only had 4. And she got 4 years, and she got due to the door. It's weird how people on this side, or should I say people fighting against some folks on this side, me, they only get 8 months. Make it make sense. It was further part of the scheme and artifice to defraud that once defendant deposited these checks, she subsequently withdrew the proceeds in cash. When the illegitimate checks were then returned for insufficient funds, the above listed banks incurred a loss. Stop. This is a TV personality that's on TV that's defrauding banks. So to let you know, everybody that's on a TV screen is not a millionaire instantly. And that's what I keep trying to tell people. So when you see people talk about, oh no, these B-list actors, well, wait a minute. You got to crawl before you walk. So if a person on TV is a B-list or a C-list and you watching and you contributing, guess what you're doing? You're pushing their stardom up, and they say thank you. I know I do. But everybody that's on the television is not an instant millionaire. It's not even an instant thousandaire. So count 6 through 9, bank fraud. On or about the dates listed below, in the Eastern District of Missouri, the defendant, British Williams, aided and abetted by persons known and unknown to the grand jury, did knowingly execute a scheme and artifice to obtain the money, funds, or other property owned by or under the control of the banks listed below, by means of material, false and fraudulent pretenses, representations, or promises, and the British Williams, and that British Williams did deposit fraudulent checks into these bank accounts, knowing that British Williams was not a legitimate recipient of those funds and had no authorized or legal purpose for accepting the funds, and later withdrew the proceeds from these checks in cash from the banks of deposit. Buzzy Bank GG, $4,500 again. It's the same amounts. All in violation of Title 18 United States Code Section 1344. Counts 10 through 12. Jesus. This means she had 1 through 15. But now we on counts 10 through 12, false statements. On or about the dates listed below, in the Eastern District of Missouri, the defendant, British Williams, made and presented to the Internal Revenue Service a claim upon the Internal Revenue Service, that is, that the below listed individuals were her dependents, knowing that the claims were false and fraudulent, and that these individuals were not her dependents. This is what I've been trying to tell y'all. Do not file taxes because what you think is yours and a tax return is not yours. It's allocated funds. There is no money in the United States. If you think I'm lying, look on your dollars, look on your greenbacks, and look what it say. So 10/2019, she carried her nephew RM. 11/2018, she carried her nephew RM. 12/2017, and the date year that she got it was 2018. She carried her nephew RM and her niece KM. All in violation of what? Title 18, United States Code, Section 287. Now watch this. Watch this. How is it a violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 287, if the allocated funds were real? You can only fraud something that's not real, right? So they saying that she couldn't carry her nephew and nieces. But they don't know the circumstances. They don't know if she's raising her nephew or nieces. But because they didn't come out of her, the funds are allocated for the person. Listen to the words I'm using. For the person that didn't reclaim their birthright, that pushed out offspring, but left the afterbirth in a hospital so that way the government can claim their offspring as kids. That's when it become violations. Counts 13 through 15, wire fraud. I want to see this. The scheme to defraud. The government herein incorporates by reference counts 13 through 15 of this indictment. Defendant caused to be prepared. Defendant caused to be prepared and submitted to the Internal Revenue Service, IRS, her personal federal income tax returns claiming refunds and tax credits in excess of or in addition to the allowable amounts of refunds and credit. I want to read that again. Just this little back part. No, I'm going to read the whole thing. It says defendant cause, meaning she went and prepared. To be prepared. Defendant caused to be prepared. But that means she went and prepared everything and then filed it. And submitted to the Internal Revenue Service, IRS, her personal federal I'm going to say it again. Her personal federal income tax returns, claiming refunds and tax credits in excess of or in addition to what the allowable amounts of refunds and credits. Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me if you taking all these funds from me, which you are, out of my personal account that's held at the Federal Reserve Bank, right? You taking that. You mean to tell me I can't prepare documents to get that back? I can only get back what you allow me to get back? Come on. Come on. Are you free or are you a slave? I need people to wake up. Allowable amounts, meaning that you can only claim what we allow you to claim. When I last recall, you wasn't helping my mama push me out. When I last recall, when I go to work and I got to submit my social security number and you infringing on my social security number, you wasn't there while I'm out there suffering and laboring, because a worker is worthy of his work. I mean, a laborer is worthy of his work. That's why people need to wake up and realize when you read and you get an understanding of what you're reading, they can't stop you. That's why I can go into courts and they can't stop me. Only thing they can tell me is I can't come in. But when I go in, I'm going to put their whole court scheme on his head. So defendant caused the electronic submission of her U.S. and listen, time out. In 8, they say her personal federal income tax returns. In 9, they say her U.S. individual income tax returns. Now watch this. Look at how they plan on it. U.S. means what? United States, right? But they don't put the A there, and they turn it into a corporation by U.S. That means corporation as well. So my question is, if she caused a submission of her own U.S. individual income tax returns, right, from the Eastern District of Missouri using Tax Act software, defendant's tax returns did not identify a preparer. So that means she prepared it herself. With that being said, why can't she reclaim what she put out? I'm going to tell you why she can't reclaim it. Because you are a slave. You ain't supposed to think that far ahead. And you don't have the right to get what they take from you. So what happens is they grab you. They take from your secret TDA account. And then they tax you. And then they tax you on top of taxing you again. You feel me? So, manner and means, 10. It was part of the scheme that defendant used the names and social security numbers of KM and RM on defendant's tax returns in order to claim KM and RM as dependents during the relevant tax years, despite not providing for their care or expenses. How do you know that? in order to fraudulently increase the amount of the tax refund to which defendant was entitled. Oh, she was entitled to it now. But now that she got it, y'all mad. You know what I mean? Now that she's entitled to it, now y'all mad. Counts 13 through 15, wire fraud. On or about the dates set forth below, in the Eastern District of Missouri and elsewhere, the defendant, Brittish Williams, having devised and intended intended to devise a scheme to obtain money by means of materially false and fraudulent pretenses, representations, and promises, for the purpose of executing the scheme described above, and attempting to do so, caused to be transmitted by means of wire communication in interstate commerce, the signals and sounds described below for each count, each transmission constituting a separate count, 13, 14, and 15. We talked about that. Count 16 through 18. God, I thought it was just 15. Aggravated identity theft. I've never seen that before. On or about the dates listed below within the Eastern District of Missouri, the defendant, Brittish Williams, did knowingly possess, transfer, and use without lawful authority a means of identification of another person, to wit, the names and social security numbers of the individuals listed below. Knowing that the means of identification belong to another actual person. Listen. Not a man or a woman, but an actual person. So what do this mean? What do this mean? Hold on. Let's slide this over a little bit. Let's move this over. Known to an actual person. Let's see what this means. What is a person? A slave. Who's the jurisdiction? The government jurisdiction. Under codes what? They serve under codes and acts. It's a dead entity. That means what? It's nothing but numbers. How do you write your person name? All caps, John Doe. Who created the person? The state. So watch this. This where I freak you out at. If the state created the person, right? If the state created the person, how can the federal government come in and prosecute what the state created? And they using the IRS. Watch this. Have you ever thought about that the IRS is not a government business? Have you thought about that? Have you thought about the IRS is nothing but a third-party debt collection agency, just like child support? Uh-oh. But they all in violation of Title 18, United States Code Section 102.8A. Let me see what Queen Bee says. She can't claim it because she is a straw man. Thank you. There you go. I got one that understands. Forfeit. Now watch this. Forfeiture allegation. The grand jury further finds by probable cause that pursuant to Title 18 United States Code Section 981A1C and Title 228 United States Code Section 2461. Why do it look blurry on my screen? Hold on for a second. For some reason, it looked blurry. There you go. There you go. Forfeiture allegation. The grand jury. Okay. United States Code Section 2461, upon conviction of an offense and violation of Title 18, United States Code Section 1344, as set forth in counts 6 through 12, the defendant shall forfeit to the United States of America any property, real or personal, which constitutes or is derived from proceeds traceable to said violation. So here's my question. How can you tell what was violated or not? You know what I'm saying? How can you tell what was spent on or not? You can't. Subject to forfeiture is a sum of money. Hold on. Is a sum of money. Now, if there's no money, what up, Prima? If there's no money in the United States, how do you forfeit a sum of money? If you don't have no gold or no silver, how can you forfeit a sum of money? On top of that, check this out. They can't even request nothing with the word money in it. So how can they sit back and say subject to forfeiture is a sum of money equal to the total value of any property, real or personal, constituting or derived from any proceeds traceable to said offenses? Okay, and you know how they gonna get their money? And you know how they gonna get their money? Because they know that they ain't supposed to ask for no money. So how they get their money? By making you sit in jail. That way, they can deplete your account, your personal account, for how long they want to deplete it for. So now it says, if any of the property described above as a result of any act or omission of the defendant, A, cannot be located upon the exercise of due diligence. B, has been transferred or sold to or deposited with a third party. C, has been placed beyond the jurisdiction of the court. D, has been substantially diminished in value. Or E, has been commingled with other property which cannot be divided without difficulty. The United States of America will be entitled to the forfeiture of substitute property pursuant to Title 21 United States Code Section 853. Then it says a true bill. But wait a minute. There's no foreperson that signed it. So how can it be a true bill? Now, everything that I just read, right? This say indictment. So if this is an indictment, why at the bottom it say a true bill? Because the original paperwork of this is a bill. It's a bond. And guess what? That's how they get their money. And here's the order. This matter is before the court on defendant's motion for an extension of time. Oh, she got all that. It is hereby ordered that defendant's motion for extension of time within which to file motions and for continuance of the pretrial motion hearing is granted. And she got all that. Bang, 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 bang. It's finally ordered. She got all that. She got sentenced today. And when she got sentenced, this is what it says. Reality show cast member pleads guilty to 15 felonies, admits multiple frauds. St. Louis, a reality show cast member of St. Louis, Missouri, area radio personality, on Wednesday pleaded guilty to 15 federal felonies and admitted committing tax fraud, bank fraud, insurance fraud, and 3 separate pandemic fraud schemes. Brittish Williams, 33 years old, pleaded guilty in front of U.S. District Judge Harry E. Autry to 5 counts of misuse of a social security number, 4 counts of bank fraud, 3 counts of making false statements to the IRS, and 3 counts of wire fraud. Brittish Williams has admitted an unusually large number of frauds that victimize taxpayers, banks, credit card companies, individuals, and programs that were intended to help struggling businesses and employees during the COVID-19 pandemic, said U.S. Attorney Sailor A. Fleming. This is a first step towards justice for those victims. We will also be seeking repayment of all of her ill-gotten gains. Williams admitted under reporting her income on tax returns for 2017 to 2019 and falsely claiming a niece and nephew as dependents, thereby avoiding $29,366 in tax owed. Hold on. Watch this. How do you owe taxes when taxes is voluntarily? How do you owe taxes when taxes voluntarily? Chicago case was double jeopardy from the jump. That's why they brought a RICO. Thank you, Prima. I was just about to get there as soon as I finished this. Williams fraudulently used Social Security numbers not assigned to her to open accounts with credit card companies and banks, which resulted in losses of $28,537 to those creditors when she failed to pay them back. Williams also used those Social Security numbers to open bank accounts, then deposited thousands of dollars worth of checks taken from other people's accounts without their knowledge, and withdrew the money, causing another $23,850 in losses. In addition, included in Williams' guilty plea as relevant conduct are 3 pandemic frauds and 1 insurance fraud. Williams admitted submitting 9 applications for economic injury disaster loans. Damn. Intended to help struggling businesses. 4 applications for the Paycheck Protection Program. Jesus. Which was intended to save jobs. And 1 application to a rent relief program in California. Williams' disaster loan applications contain false information about businesses' income and payroll, as well as her criminal history. She used the $144,400 in loans that resulted from 2 of the applications to fund her personal lifestyle. Her plea agreement says Williams also received $52,647 in PPP loans. On January the 3rd, 2022, Williams applied for the California COVID-19 rent relief program, falsely claiming that she was a California resident with a total annual household income of $50,000 and that she couldn't pay her rent due to the reduction in hours of work due to the pandemic. Her plea agreement says she had stopped paying rent in July of 2021. She received $27,801. Williams' $3,803 rent was more than reimbursed by a $4,000 payment from the network that produces Basketball Wives LA. So she was getting $4,000 a month. Shawnee made sure she got paid. Okay. She was getting $4,000 a month. That's not great money, but that's okay money for somebody who don't know who you are. $4,000 a month, that's not bad. So she was getting $4,000 in payment from the network that produces Basketball Wives LA, and her work hours and pay were not reduced by the pandemic, Williams admitted in her plea. Williams also submitted fake medical bills to at least 1 insurance company, resulting in $139,400. Whoa, wait a minute. $139,479.92 paid to her co-conspirators or both. Finally, Williams has not filed annual tax returns since her indictment in October 2021. Watch this. And listed herself as exempt on a form with her current employer, resulting in no taxes being withheld from her $90,000 salary. Her plea says, now watch this, Why don't they say anything about her not filing taxes? Why they not saying, why they don't put a big write-up about her not filing taxes? Because it's not mandatory. That's optional. So finally, Williams has not filed annual tax returns since her indictment in October of 2021 and listed herself as exempt on a form with her current employer, resulting in no taxes being withheld from her $90,000 salary. Her plea says the total known actual and intended losses from all the frauds and schemes, including the relevant conduct, is $446,082. Her plea says Williams is scheduled to be sentenced August the 23rd, which was today. No, which was 2 days ago. I'm sorry. The charges of misusing a social security number and making false statements each carry a potential penalty of up to 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. The bank fraud charges carry penalties of up to 30 years in prison, a $1 million fine, or both. The wire fraud charges carry a penalty of up to 20 years in prison and a $1 million fine. She only got 4 years. She only got 4 years. This case was investigated by the Internal Revenue Service, the Social Security Administration, and the FBI. Special Assistant United States Attorney Diane Clark is handling the case for the Eastern District of Missouri. Hold on. For Missouri. So let's see what y'all saying. Let's see what y'all saying. Hold on. Money being collected off the Mr. Okay. $4,000 a month is median salary for the population in U.S. Kirk and Rashid is going to be next up. Not really, because they do what they got to do. Money is being accrued off of Mr. Kelly's incarceration. This is why his freedom is being stolen from him. Facts. And this is why I say what I say. Prima Donna said it already. But the Chicago trial was double jeopardy all the way through the roof. That's double jeopardy all the way through the roof. On top of that, they use the RICO so loosely just so they can throw people off and bring back other things that they want to bring back. While you sit, as long as you breathe, your secret trust gains every day, and they take every day. That's why I said you got to know who you are. You got to reclaim your stuff. But first, you got to know who you are. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. They don't know if they had RL at the time. Facts. That part. That part right there. They didn't know if they had RL at the time. Right. Facts. I got a question, and I'm going to do a sidebar. Because this goes for men and women. How many of y'all have that ride or die partner? And when I say ride or die, I mean the real Bonnie, and you can be her real Clyde, or you her real Clyde, and she's your real Bonnie. And one thing I'm always say, fellas, when you have it, please recognize it. Because when you don't, it's crazy. They building smart prisons in the UK. Keep safe, everyone. Star, they building smart prisons? What is a smart prison? Can you put in the chat what a smart prison is? A smart prison. But I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to get back to this. SZA is the type of woman that every man needs. I didn't know what she was talking about on the song Snooze, right? But check this out.
I touched that fire for you.
She said, I'll touch that fire for you. Then she said, I'll do that 3-4 times again. I'll testify for you. Wait a minute. When you get that type of woman and you don't let that go, I touch that fire for you. I'll do that 3-4 times again. I'll testify for you.
I do that 3-4 times again. I testify for you. I told that lie.
I told that lie. I'll kill that bitch for you.
I kill that bitch. I do it.
I'll do what all them around you scared to do. I'm not.
All that I'm around you scared to do. I'm not. Long as you joking out here for me, I ain't got.
Long as you jugging out here for me, I got it. Where those type of women at? Then she said,
mobbing, scheming, looting, hide your back.
Then she said, mobbing, looting, scheming, hide your bodies. Man, listen. Where that type of woman at? I ain't gonna lie to you. Where that type of woman at? That's what every man needs. That type of woman. Where she at? I mean, where she at? I need to put my resume, my letters of reference, my application, my and my cover letter. She wasn't playing. Hence why Boss Baby talking about she was going to make her decision pending R. Kelly. Make that make sense. That's because she needed to have that bag secured first. But ain't nobody on the prosecutors using burner accounts and shit beefing with me and Dana. Make it make sense. Prima, when people understand that beefing with us will make them look stupid because we bringing facts and they running with their own ideologies, that's why I don't argue with the real conspiracy theorists, which are them. We looking at what's going on in real time. They scared to face what's going on in real time. I still need to know, where are the little kids that R. Kelly had in a basement of a house that never had a basement? I'm trying to figure this out. Where was they knocking on the wall at when everything is a rancher? Where was the buckets in the middle of the floor at? But what we did see is them manipulate Atlanta for Chicago. Because everything that they were saying happened in Atlanta subsequently transferred to Chicago. And subsequently transferred to New York. Which New York ain't have jurisdiction to house all of them charges. They should have only been able to go and deal with Faith and Azriel in New York. Should nobody else been able to come in there with charges? Make it make sense. Marcia said they in jail. Man, listen. She said scheming, looting, and hiding all of your bodies. Man, shh. And you find a woman like that, you better get good. At this moment, UK is in trouble. Not sure why. at this point, but we'll update you. Okay, cool. Tomorrow I'm going live about politics. Y'all don't want to miss it. Smart cities are here. Yeah. Ms. Lady T speaking. Lord have mercy. I'm thinking she's saying something. So, listen, y'all. Pay attention to what's going on. That Speaker of the House situation that just happened, watch how the tide start turning. Now, I'm going to ask you this question. When have you ever known anybody to be able to walk out of a courtroom whenever they got mad and nothing happened? When? Can anybody tell me when? When? When have y'all ever known to be able to do that? I just want to know when. I don't want to know nothing else but when. When could you just walk in and if you got mad at what was said, you can just walk out? So here's my question. Now that we've seen under the Biden administration the abuse of RICO, will y'all be willing to vote to abolish the RICO Act? That's all I want to know. Will y'all be willing to vote to abolish the RICO Act? Ooh, that's a good one to close out tonight. That's a good one too. I don't want to scare nobody. I don't want to scare nobody, but I want to scare some people. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to let y'all know this right here. All your debts have been canceled. Check it out.
Your debts are cancelled. And no one seems to be talking about this, so I will. If you have some kind of contract to repay a debt, it may be written in dollars or pounds or euros. But if these psychopaths go to a digital currency, you have no agreement to pay in a digital currency. The currency that you took a so-called loan in had a paper equivalent. So if they want you to pay in a digital-only currency, that is retrospectively changing the contract, which they cannot do. For instance, they cannot require you to pay off a dollar loan with a Fed coin. It's not the same thing. Now, chances are the original contract for debt was unlawful anyway, and you already don't owe it. But in any case, seems to me the faster they go to a digital currency, the faster they discharge your debt. And what about national debt? We keep hearing about it, how many trillions nations owe.
Hold on. I don't know why I just stopped, but hold on. Are you serious? Are you serious? Wow. They literally just stopped what was being said. Wow. Okay. Hold on. But like I was telling you, you don't have to.
I really have no time to explain this. Our government has been charged with a crime, a danger to humanity. As of right now, we have no government. Because the planetary judge is forcing our government to give the rightful owners back their land, which is us. The planetary judge is ordering us right now to stop calling ourselves Black African American. Also to shut down Black Lives Matter. Because in the law dictionary, the word Black and African American is patterned as we're dead already. So the planetary judge wants us to go by our nationality, Hebrew Israelite, Moor. America is not America. The real name for America is Mary. You go look up the Freedom of Information Act to find out the other stuff you need to know. The reason why they've been charged with a danger to humanity is because the flesh pit that they found, the flesh pit that they found in Texas, they did a DNA sample on it, and the DNA come back 9 series. We the only people on earth that has 9 series DNA. Well, the Bible said we came from the dirt. So, with that being said, they've been charged with a danger to humanity because we have served 400 years as indentured service to this country. We're in debt because our government, Washington, D.C., is an entity that's not a part of our country. They've been ordered to get off these lands. And right now, our own country is setting up a war against the citizens of the country. They don't want to give us our land back. They don't want to free us either. So that's why you're seeing all these factories being burnt up, trains derailing, water getting bad, because they know they have to give us our land back. They've been ordered to leave this land. The planetary judge has ordered us to stop paying bills, going to work, because they have to pay us reparations. Africa, China, and Russia is about to go against America for them to free us.
Wow. If that wasn't strong enough, then I don't know what could be. But let me break something down for y'all. This is what the ADL had planned for everybody.
How are you guys?
Good.
Being cool?
Trying to.
Oh my god. So I am the director of development. Yeah, and I'm the community manager for Arizona.
Gotcha.
So, right, you kick people off of some of these platforms like Twitter or Facebook, and then they go to different platforms.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of this balance of like keeping some of these spaces safe, but also not having them go into this like dark place where they're just with like-minded people.
Yeah.
And so it's this really interesting balance that we kind of continue to have about like making sure they don't go down this like rabbit hole, but also they're not spewing hate and misinformation. Because you want them to be out in the open, because the more they're talking out in the open, the more you can stop incidents from happening. Like, we're not going to ban them, we're just probably not going to engage with them to the same degree. Well, one of the things we say is like, everyone should have freedom of speech, but not freedom of reach.
Yeah.
And so I always think that makes so much sense, right? Like, you can say whatever you want, but once you start having the reach of a social media platform that you're impacting a lot of other people, that's when it becomes the issue.
Wow. That's when it becomes an issue. When your freedom of speech becomes the freedom of reach. Listen what I'm saying. When your freedom of speech becomes your freedom of reach, it becomes an issue. Sad. But what the hell was that? Sad. But I'm trying to tell you, get the facts on who you are. Find out who you are. Because the time is coming where you ain't gonna know who you are. Alright? I'm up out of here. Y'all be blessed. That's my content for the night. All of y'all, thank y'all for joining me. Peace.